is Rafael X back at it again with another video. The Phoenix Squad can do it, Imperial Troopers can do it, and now so can the First Order. Nightsisters' team has been a poison-tipped thorn in the side of many teams, but if you are a big fan of the First Order, your time has come. I am calling this team FOOKRUFOE, that is First Order Officer, First Order Executioner, OG Kylo Ren, and First Order Stormtrooper under a Zeted Kylo Ren Unmasked lead. Yes, the Zeta on crew is required, but that is the only absolute requirement. First Order Stormtrooper Zeta and OG Kylo Ren Zeta are extremely helpful though. You don't even need to have maxed out First Order characters to win like this, but the higher you have them, the easier it will be. The strategy for this team is all based around Kylo Ren Unmasked leadership ability that is Zeted. That is called Merciless Pursuit, and First Order officers have plus 40 critical damage, plus 30 speed, and when a First Order ally scores a critical hit, they gain 20% turn meter. When a First Order ally gains a status effect, they recover 5% health and 5% protection. Now, if you read carefully the wording there, it says when it gains a status effect. That doesn't necessarily mean a buff or a debuff, it could be either. The Zeta portion of this ability is plus 15% critical damage, plus 5 speed, plus 5% turn meter gain, and when First Order allies gain a status effect, they recover 5% health and 5% protection. So it is a lot of stuff under that Zeta. So this leader ability greatly reduces the negative effects of Mother Talzin's plague and keeps your First Order team fresh and healthy. Kylo Ren Unmasked leadership ability is vital, however, it is not the only thing that's going to help you win this fight. First Order Executioner here is key. There has been a lot of talk about First Order Executioner and if he's viable in the arena. Well, here is the proof. First Order Executioner is all about getting crits and increasing his max health. His unique ability, Total Order, states, when First Order Executioner scores a critical hit, he gains 10% max health stacking until the end of the encounter, and First Order allies gain 10% turn meter. First Order Executioner has bonus offense equal to 5% of his max health. So, First Order Executioner is all about getting critical hits which stack his health up, which in turn increases his offense. Also key is his special ability, which states, deal physical damage to a target enemy, remove 50% turn meter, and dispel all buffs on them. If this attack defeats an enemy, First Order Executioner gains 80% turn meter, and the cooldown of this attack is reset. Otherwise, he gains 40% turn meter and 20% max health stacking until he defeats an enemy. What is extra awesome about this ability is the fact that when the ability does kill someone while he's under a Kylo Ren Unmasked lead, he will get full 100% turn meter, and this ability will be able to be used again. This is the key strategy for defeating the Nightsister teams, preferably with a weak Nightsister zombie. He can repeatedly stack up deaths of a weak Nightsister zombie until he's strong enough to one-shot the rest of the Nightsisters. So, if they come back to life from the graveyard, First Order Executioner can potentially pick them off back-to-back, sending them back into the dirt from whence they came. It should be noted, however, that you must mod your First Order Executioner heavy with crit chance. Getting the most crit hits back-to-back is extremely important to keeping this chain going. Unfortunately, this means that Nightsister teams with General Kenobi put a massive kink into this plan because of his ability to put up crit hit immunity on allies. First Order Officer now, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated characters in the game. When his abilities are fully maxed, you can literally just alternate using his specials without ever needing to use his basic attack. In fact, you don't even need to upgrade it and max it out, because it's hardly ever used. He doesn't even have to be on a First Order team to make this happen. His first special is called Marching Orders, and it's freaking amazing. It goes like this. Target other ally gains 100% turn meter and advantage for 2 turns. If that ally is First Order, they also gain offense up for 3 turns. Dispel all debuffs on First Order Officer and target ally and grant them both tenacity up for 2 turns. That's amazing. If you have an ally who is stunned, ability blocked, dazed, health downed, or any other debuff you can think of. Just about, except for Plague or Fracture or some of those other locked ones. Just let old First Order officer use marching orders on him, her, or it, and they will be cleansed, with full turn meter and advantage. Have you ever absolutely needed a character to go next, and guarantee that character will get a critical hit? First Order officer is the man for this job. Oh, they also get tenacity up, and they get offense up if they are First Order. And also under a Kylo Ren Unmasked Zeta lead, this also means plus 15% protection and 15% health recovery, all an ability that can be used every other turn. Now, in order to make marching orders able to be used every other turn, you must alternate it with pinning shot, which states physical damage to the target enemy and remove 50% turn meter. If any turn meter is removed this way, each ally gains 15% turn meter. That is, not just First Order, and all First Order allies have their cooldowns reduced by 1. So that is 100% chance on the ability level, at least, to remove 50% turn meter. Oh, and if it sticks, which it does a lot, the whole team gets 15% turn meter, and First Order allies also have their cooldowns reduced by 1. That's what makes marching orders only a 2-turn cooldown, which can be used in alternation with pinning shot. Ever heard of the Rancor? Every other turn, 50% turn meter reduction that sticks a lot. By the way, he pairs great with TIE Fighter Pilot in this way to guarantee tenacity down on the Rancor, but that's another video altogether. First Order Stormtrooper is there to be an awesome backup tank who also buffs, i.e. heals the whole team, and gives turn meter bonuses. And he can dispel on his basic attack when he has advantage. Plus his Zeta gives him a 50% chance to call an assist whenever he just does something. If he counters, 50% chance to assist. If he uses a basic attack, 50% chance to assist. If he uses a special, 50% chance to assist. It is fantastic. And OG Kylo Ren is fantastic as usual. Not only does he get all the buffs that I previously mentioned from First Order Officer and First Order Stormtrooper, but he also gives himself tons of debuffs. That is kind of his thing. Remember, KRU's Zeta Leader ability states that any status effect, not just buffs, will heal him. So, OG Kylo is perfect under a KRU lead because of this. He is also needed in case your Nightsister opponent has a Nightsister Acolyte on their team. So, can you see where I'm going with this First Order team? First Order has always been about tons of turn meter gain, but it had next to nothing when it comes to healing until Kylo Ren Unmasked came along. Now, with all these buffs flying around, they're getting tons of little heals all the time, making them perfect to nullify the effects of Plague, and maybe even dispel it altogether. When it comes to modding, KRU and Faust, pretty much like most tanks, need speed, protection, health, and defense. First Order Officer needs to have the most speed, however. He needs to go first, so you can basically make your choice of if you want First Order Executioner to immediately go and knock out a zombie and get the ball rolling on his executions, or if you need to make Kylo Ren Unmasked immediately stun a key enemy, such as Talzin, or if you want First Order Stormtrooper to immediately taunt and give buffs to everyone and give turn meter to everyone, basically making the whole team go first. That's why First Order Officer needs to be the fastest, so he can do any of these things. Oh, did I mention you can use that every other turn? OG Kylo Ren, like most attackers, needs speed, critical damage, critical chance, and offense, or some combination of the most of that you can get. Since in this case he'll be doing a lot of his AoE attacks, and since he kind of got nerfed a little bit, his AoE attacks can't critical hit anymore. Basically you would need offense, a lot of offense, to make him do a lot of damage on his AoE. But also try to get a good bit of protection on him too if you have him Zated. So there are 3 fights that are included with this video. The first 2 are me attempting to do this with First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. I figured with his AoE ability, that also gives buffs for healing everybody, and also his really cool assist call, which gives advantage after it's all over. That could be used for First Order Executioner to get the ball rolling and get more executions that way. I thought First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot would be good in this way. Turns out he just doesn't do quite enough damage when you're dealing with a Nightsister Acolyte. Plus, the cooldown on his ability that does the AoE just isn't low enough. So for the third fight, the one that I won, I brought in Kylo Ren, OG Kylo Ren. He can use his AoE attack pretty much all the time as long as it's getting refreshed, which happens quite a bit actually. Now, all you naysayers and skeptics out there will say, well, this is not going to be a very good arena team because it's only going to work against Nightsisters. Well, as of right now, that is correct. I don't have everyone maxed out, and I don't have the perfect mods and tons of speed to put on them to try them against the Jedi Knight or Jedi Ray teams or the CLS Titan teams, but I think they do have potential to be that. This team is also fantastic for Galactic War. Pretty much most teams are okay for Galactic War nowadays because it's gotten much easier. But there is something to be said for bringing in First Order Executioner and executing every single character back to back to back. It is really satisfying to kill those Rebel scum and Resistance pigs over and over like this. This team is also great for territory battles. The Kylo Ren Zeta lead gives lots of longevity and lots of healing to your team, since you're getting a lot of negative status effects and giving yourself lots of buffs all throughout the fight. This is fantastic for territory battles. Oh, and have you ever gone up against a Nightsister team in territory wars? Oh, you have? Well, here you go. Use this team. They're also really great against the Phoenix team because Kylo Ren Unmasked can shut down for 2 turns Chopper or Kanan so they don't bounce their taunts back and forth and just annoy the heck out of you. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you have any better First Order team combos, please let me know. I have most of them pretty high up so I could test out just about any combination. Also, if this video gets 500 likes, maybe I will just buy some First Order Executioner shard packs and see how high I can get them and maybe use them in the raids. So, thanks for watching everyone. Comment, subscribe, like it, or do anything. Just thank you. Bye.